Blessings. Happy Wednesday.
Personal journey overcoming anxiety. Anxiety weighing heavy, lighten the load with our support. This course set me on the path to success. Don't wait. Begin your journey today. Comment ready.
Start learning how to make it online. Today is July 30th, 2025. Here to put some positive vibes in y'all timeline and get you guys going through this week. Also, what I was talking about yesterday, I didn't get to show you all the free blueprint of how to get yours. I wasn't sure if the situation was working or not, but nevertheless, all right, yeah. So I got a little. Let me see something. All right, yeah. Try to figure this out next time. That's your opportunity to grab your free blueprint. This webinar I had coming up is about what I expect and how do I want to end. What I had available, what I had up was about habits and the importance of being fruitful. And we all heard this quote or similar quotes about if a fruit tree doesn't bear fruit, then it's cut down because it's barren. I heard that from the Bible. I look at it like human being, are you fruitful with the things that you do in life? Are you barren with the things you do in life? What type of habits are you creating for yourself? Just read this really powerful article that I'm going to share with you all. Balance may be easy. Balance may come easy, and it may go easy. With an easygoing moon, this is all about astrology as well. Another twist arrives. Face off with confusing Neptune. Right, I pick up what I can and I leave what I can't understand. But what I got from this whole thing is signs and symbols are for the conscious. And I look at the world, I look at everything, right? And what caught my attention on this day and what's been on my mind lately is about fruit, fruit trees, and just nurturing the environment. If you ever grew anything, if you ever had to nurture anything, if you're a parent, you would have a similar experience of what I'm talking about. You kind of understand where I'm going with this. But nevertheless, right? I see the tree, particularly mine. It has, and it's like what you could do is chop down the whole tree and let the parts that are fruitful, let that have an extension of itself to be renewed. And not take on the stress of the mold. Small piece of mold can fuck up a whole batch. Is what I'm saying. And if you have something fruitful, you want that fruit to produce more fruit and to be, have an abundance thereof. Therefore, that your works, your sacrifices, it won't go in vain. And it's similar with human beings. You have good habits, bad habits. Certain habits will help you be fruitful in life. They help you produce more fruitful things. And certain habits, they leave you barren. They take away the things that you desire in life. Habits can take you places you never expected. If you tap into good habits in the recent past, now and see someone happier or healthier than you remember seeing. On the other hand, if you've fallen into indulging in habits that aren't so good for your mind, your body, you can look in the mirror and have the opposite realization. Your daily habits eventually become your legacy. So make sure that you approve of them. Should you hold on or move on? The answer lies within. something I want to leave for you all for this day on this Wednesday to get through the week and be mindful. It's basically add on from the message the other day, well, earlier today. I start give you the opportunity in a moment now to have the reading for today, which comes from Sarah Young. Jesus calling by Sarah Young. And at the bottom will just be my affiliate programs and stuff like that. If y'all looking to make money online, everything down here is basically get you started. And the stuff that I created. Like Nipsey Hussle, fuck the middleman, 100% profit. All the work I do is for me. I'm not building nobody else's dream. I don't mind helping, but at the same time, like whether you're doing something or not doing something, it all adds up. Again, today is July 30th, 2025, and I skipped a couple days of these readings, which was kind of crazy. I've been busy trying to create my future, changing the habits that I currently have so that I can be proud of the person I am. When I look in that mirror, to be more happier and healthier and strong, headstrong on knowing I'm using my time wisely and not looking in the future at what I need to do with my time. Hope is a golden cord connecting to heaven. This cord helps you hold your head high. This cord helps you hold your head high, even when multiple trials are buffeting you. I never leave your side, and I never let go of your hand. But without the cord of hope, your head may slump over your feet. Your feet may shuffle as you journey uphill with me. Hope lifts your perspective from your weary feet to the glorious view you can see from the high road. You are reminded that the road to heaven. When you consider this radiant destination, the roughness or smoothness of the road ahead becomes much less significant. I am training you to hold your head and your heart a dual focus, my continual presence in the hope of heaven. Romans chapter 12, verse 12, and also Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 8. And another powerful reading, Hebrews chapter 6, verse 18 through 19. Hope. Hope that you guys receive this message for what it's your things and goals or whether you're by. Right now, what I'm about to do in the next 10 minutes is join this webinar. They had just actually stopped the recording because it's at 1 a.m. I mean, I'm on Eastern Standard Time. I'm used to Central Time. So being on this Eastern time zone is kind of different. But nevertheless, it's going to start. It's starting at 12 Central. So I have like a few minutes. And then they probably starting a little early, as far as professionals, anybody in any industry, in any profession. They like to be on time, not even on time. They like to be early because being early is being on time and being presentable. Like I was just saying, time is valuable. And people who are about their business, they don't waste time. They don't waste other people's time as well. So that's what you heard when it said recording. That wasn't me. That was this webinar getting started. And when it said recording stop, that was them hearing me talk because I wasn't able to mute my microphone. And if you guys want to check out webinars, we do host them. We do be available. And I'm not going to press you guys to take action when I present the information. You either check it out or you don't. But nevertheless, in the meantime, I'm doing these things myself as well. So I am busy doing what I'm showing you guys. Like I got something for sale, y'all. Check it out. Now all this shit that I got is what I use and what I create and what I'm currently into. It's not just for a big buck. It's not just for passionate about my education in this industry I'm in, this field I'm in. This webinar to help me become better at what I do and what I know, and give me more insights. And what you don't know, you just don't know. And the only way to be successful is to set yourself up to be successful. You can't just buy into a program and don't learn and shit. The information is not going to get in your head. And even if it did, if you don't do anything with information you know, it's still a waste of time. All this shit I'm learning I'm putting into use. It's not just nah. This shit I'm talking about is what I'm actively doing. And if you want to mimic on my success, you can do the same. It's not no rocket science type of situation I'm into. It's figure outable. And being coachable, you're able to figure these things out. Doing something you never done before, you're going to have mistakes. You're going to have areas in your process that you don't feel progressing. But nevertheless, it's a journey, and it's about the experience you gain with this NFT. Creating this token. I'm trying to reapprove. That's what the project I'm doing. I have to get my contract approved, so I'm redoing my contract. I had a few clauses in it, and this is all new to me. But now I know how to do this stuff. I know the process, so it's unlocked information that I can utilize, that I'm utilizing. Pretty soon you'll be seeing my coins come out, just like you see my NFTs down here available. I learned how to do this shit. I spent time learning how to do these things, and now as you see, it's a part of my reality. It's not nothing that I just wishful reality I'm creating, because we cope with God. And if you want to have these experiences, you need to get started creating them. Being mindful that you have the power to do so. Not everybody wake up in their right mind. Not even everybody wakes up today. We're not promised. Tomorrow we're not promised anything, but the habits that you have can help you feel more fulfilled in life. A lot of people are empty, and that's why they're looking to these people, to these places, to these things for fulfillment. And all it does is just leave them more empty and drained at the end of the day. True fulfillment comes from to spend time with yourself. The noise of the world is always loud, and there's a lot of blind leading the blind. Even the devil came to Jesus when he walked this earth to try to blindly entice him with these material things that everybody is so enticed by. But at the end of the day, once we're all done and our mission is complete, or whether our mission is failed and our lifespan here in the flesh is over with, all these material things that you like so much that you chase after, they're going to still be here for somebody else to possess. The thing is to have the experience with them and move on and be a lot of material that you can't take with you. But the knowledge that you have inside your mind, you want to be fruitful with that and use it so that you can be leaving a legacy behind. Like Martin Luther King, he sat there, he did a lot of education, graduated high school early. But nevertheless, with all the education, he was doing something with it. He learned how to become proactive and activist. And also the different things that he did. He's not my mentor, he's not somebody I look up to, but it's just an example of how you use your time, how you use your education, and how you leave a legacy behind. What he did and how he did it. I don't get into all that stuff about people. I just take what I can from people that's just going to help me, and I move on with that. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm not here to dictate what the fuck they do, what they don't do, or what they should or should not be doing, because it's not my life. It's not going to make or break me at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck, honestly. But yeah, it's just about being active, right? Being mindful and having hope that these things are possible. I read every day, not every day, but I get my word and stuff like that. I like to read, whether it's a book or whether it's a hardcover book or whether it's on a tablet or any type of device that I can access articles or stuff like that. But yeah, I just want to put some positive vibes in your time. Let y'all know that habits are important. And if you're not mindful of the things that you do on a daily basis, you need to start spending time getting to know yourself. Habits are habits are important, man. And the way people we're creatures of habit. That's how habit. And you're able to predict what they'll do next. In the world of psychology and the world period, when people who are conscious enough to pay attention on what's going on about everybody, is everybody has where they gets comfortable, right? And that comfortability begins to create their habits. You're comfortable, whether being broke, Now that you're comfortable with whatever that situation is, that becomes your that excitement from that comfortability. A lot of people don't get out of their comfort zones because it's not exciting. It's a scary place to be uncomfortable, to grow, and to be in the unknown. But where that is where your blessings is. Also, is where your growth is. Just like a seed, right? And I talk about this a lot because it's in your mind can be the seed. Anything can be the seed. It's just that rough, ragged potential idea, that potential, that hope. It's going to go through a lot of things, a lot of heavy loads. The world's going to seem heavy. You're going to be drenched with sorrow, with whatever, right? With all these things that seems hard to endure, whether it be pressure, problems, finances, health. A lot of distractions come, and also a lot of things that you endure that support level. You're trying to break through that, trying to raise the bar. You're going to be met with a lot of resistance, and what that means is this for you or not? You're going to keep going, or you're going to learn what you can, or you're going to figure out how to move forward and get over that or not. Today is Wednesday, and we are trying to figure out how to get to the weekend and get through this work week, right? So that's just what it is, like in life. You're going to figure this stuff out, or you're going to let it go. But you sit here and you think about, I keep on dealing with this, I keep on dealing with that. That's because you need to deal with it. You need to get down to the source of it and stop running from the uncomfortability of what the situation is. The only way to break free is to be uncomfortable breaking free, and it continues on until it's done. The marathon continues. If you don't cross that threshold, you need to keep going. And this is my motivation for you to get started and keep going. I'm about to do what I do for myself, and that's get educated with this. Nothing in this world is free. You're going to spend your time learning this stuff. But if you want to spend some time learning what I have, as far as making money online, putting yourself in a position to have your own online business, and also capitalizing on these times, the changes in the world. We're going digital, and just like with the cell phones, with the computers, with the currency, everything is changing. People still riding around the horse buggies, and now we have jets, we have Ferrari. You don't want to be outdated and steady trying to keep up with change is inevitable. It's going to happen whether you appreciate it, whether you want it to or not. You can't stop the sun from going up and coming down. It's going to do that. It's inevitable. Something is going to happen. It's bound to happen. Change is the same way. Today is going to be different from tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be different from today. Yesterday is not the same as today. You can try to relive those moments. You will not get the same authenticity. So, with that being said, it's just be mindful, be bold, be mindful, and let your journey begin today. Peace and blessings.